Tragedy has struck the Magic Quarter. Your Highness, another one of their experiments ended in a poisonous gas leak. However, because the experiment was held in the dead of night, the alarm came too late. People died silently in their own homes. Too weak to get away, too weak to call for help. But the victims are many. We could ask the High Priest to send healers into the quarters in hopes of saving some of those who are dying. But they have little hope of success. However, it would be best if the treasurer provides these afflicted with a momentary compensation. Some will be wish to hire healers for their loved ones, and others grave diggers. Some will be wise. I think is the. I think some will be wise to hire healers. I think that's what they mean. Silent death. Thanks, mate. Yeah. Arcane fucking pricks, honestly, man. Right, so I think we're going to... The Chronicles will remember you as a great king, not a mere baron. Even if you were an emperor, you would still be wise to seek divine support. 4 influential priests have arrived at your court to plead for a temple honouring their gods. Of course they would. I really don't want to go for any of them. Each wishes your kingdom to prosper under the blessings. I'm sure they will. Right, tell me about the gods. Nickname is Accidental God. He was a mortal, deathly drunk mortal. When he became a god, he didn't even remember how it happened. Under Caden, your subjects will live happily but senselessly, spending their time in feasts and fairs. Trade, civilization, takes chaos and destruction. Let Gorum carve his path with destruction through the city's gates. Prosper. Find protection from fear. Oh, that's nice. I don't care about any of them, really. I couldn't give 2 fucking shits. Of course, you got bad news. Someone has been making blood sacrifices to the idols that you so mercifully granted your protection. We discovered blood dead bodies. The guards have attempted to root out the cultists, but the people are scared, and all attempts have failed. Well done, mate. We could order the minister to send our best assassins after him. Our grand diplomat could engage inquisitors who are much like assassins. Yep, that's true. Except that they serve their deity rather than their own purses. But I think I could come to terms with whoever is conducting these rites. Allow them to be formed quietly, without alarming the community. What if they serve a greater purpose? I don't know about that one, mate. That sounds odd. It's trying to extract revenge for our refusal to aid the Noboro conflict. Not only have they cut our food supplies, the wandering druids hired to fight this crisis are instead spoiling our crops further. Faced with the risk of starvation, our people are panicking. Great. We must take urgent measures. Sending the general's army to 7H arches would be efficient, but cruel to the local farmers. 2 ideas. First, the response they expect from us is tighten our belts. Stockpile the bread, order the warden. Distribute it. The second, and the better plan, is to have the high priest persuade the local druids to fix the situation. The high priest. Yep. Right. Well, I can't do any of them. Their Highness, people are unhappy, of course. Your subjects feel certain that mages and sorcerers who practice their craft in the settlement are a source of constant danger, and they shall suffer it no more. I've just spoken with a whole delegation assembled from representatives from every corner of the land. They are petitioning a change. I must admit, I do take their points. The principal demand is the introduction of restriction on the use of magic in densely inhabited places. Firstly, spellcasting and potion brewing within the settlement should only be allowed for those who have received a proper permit from the town hall or village elder. Secondly, all magic schools and laboratories should be moved to the outskirts of the settlements. I have anticipated this development and I believe that the petitions are in right. Justice demands that the safety of the majority be placed above the freedoms of the minority. Regulate the magic. Unrest state improves. Oh, that's good. Working straight away, Your Highness. Okay, happy days. I'll like to see it. I would like to advise you on the current state of magical affairs in the kingdom, but you can rest easy. It's good, sure. The magic community understands the need of the new regulations, which restricted the use of magic in densely populated areas. There's every reason to believe that the reforms were a resounding success. All things considered, we've become one of the leading arcane powers in the River Kingdoms. We have further distinguished ourselves in the ways we treat magic responsibility, ensuring that we maintain control over its development. Magic always remains an instrument in our kingdom, and never an end in itself. Our success has opened the way for us to pursue our ambitious project. I have 3 ideals. We might employ the knowledge that our magic skills have gathered to train our priests more quickly and thoroughly. I believe that would ultimately be of the most use in our kingdom. We could instead disseminate our arcane knowledge to our neighbours, or whatever other knowledge they might offer in return. Finally, we could start producing magical weapons for our troops. I don't like the troops ones. No. Yeah, I like the define aspect, because we got high enough relations. So I wish to improve the education and training of our priests. Shall be done. And they'll go, oh, they've gone too powerful. You know, we've created a god. Watch this. Wants to know our opinion of Razimir's current behaviour. They're continuing to expand their borders, slowly extending their territory on all sides. Des Moines has already mobilised their army, and Lambeth is recruiting volunteers from among the Black Eagles. But alone, they can never match the might of Razaran. We must bring them together in stable union if we wish to curb Razimir's ambition. Kenoi trusts us, as do many other states. He has offered a reward or silence generously, but I think in good faith we must call upon the River Kingdoms to unite. I want to know more about the political. Well, Des Moines and Lambeth are Razimir's immediate neighbours to the east. Des Moines' founder was Maldor Des Moines, a renowned Cataldan hero. By a long tradition, it is a city of warriors, arena fighters, gladiatorial champions. The arena of Arden is there, along with numerous military schools. It's a predictably difficult time dealing with Des Moines' army, especially when they're supported by Goron's priest. Every year, champion Ulrof Ungen, Des Moines' current ruler, asks the Outlaw Council to help him fight off Razimir's aggression. The Outlaw Council consists of rulers each River Kingdom. Of the rulers each. And they hold court every year in Daggermark. Unfortunately, not many of them are receptive to Yunga's pleas. Even Camden Annex is not his ally, though they have a shared enemy in the Razmaran. He governs Lambeth, a small state that was formed through the union of 3 rival merchant families who feared annexation by their neighbours. Shameless land grabbing is nothing new to them. It was Razimir's invasion that elevated Arifex from a mere general to the dictator of Lambeth. The Black Eagles, his private knights, impose order in the country and ensure that this will be carried out. They are feared even among the people of Lambeth, but they excel at protecting the country and the citizens against invaders. Probably a day with that one, but perfect. We shall call upon the River Kingdoms to stand together to face Razimir's threat. I'm sure this open confrontation of tyranny will only add to your fame. I guess we'll see. Guards have arrested some agitators from Tourette. They call themselves preachers and godlessness, also known as atheists. The gods should not be worshipped, they say, and I agree with them. Only Grutus is worthy. And our prayers, honestly. He alone is honest with us. He doesn't promise any reward. On the contrary, he shows what awaits us. No matter how tempted we may be, it would reject him into horror. So I would leave this atheist alone. Their frustration with the gods is justified in many ways. That's why the priests are after them. It's a brilliant example for us all. Emptiness and death await everyone. The priest of Tourette fought each other too fiercely, and he brought this country to ruin. Just as Tourette was about to fall, General Forum appeared. He overthrew the king, expelled the priest, and restored order. He spent the temple's treasures to feed the people. You must wonder if the story had a happy ending. No, it didn't. As I said, the inevitable cannot be stopped. He went mad. He forces people to worship him and utter prayers of gratitude to him every morning. He banned all other gods and killed the priest. His knights watched everyone and kill all who dare worship a god. This is a country of strict laws, and everyone must submit to the cruel dictator. He once crucified a defeated general and carried the cross above his army like a banner. Can you imagine? That's the sort of man he is, the saviour of Tourette. But he's merely postponed the death of his country. Either it will be punished by the enraged and jealous gods, or starved to death by neighbours who are no interest in further dealings. Yeah. Execute them publicly. Yeah, let them speak out. Couldn't really care, really. Every voice may sound in the void, but not every voice can fill the void. Well, I don't care. You know, you believe or you don't believe. I think you're crazy to believe, but that's just me. Okay. Keep forgetting I've got that with you. I'll move up with you. For you. Guess I'm just gonna stick attacking you, I would imagine. Sounds like a good idea. I think we'll just finish these guys off then. Yeah, that was surprisingly easy. By the way. Nice sleeper. Your comrades and advisors are gathered around the throne in breathless silence. Lindsay is the first to dare to speak. I guess, it's about time my book reached its culmination, or its finale. Messengers have arrived from, well, all over the kingdom really. The bloom has started everywhere. Monsters have appeared in every forest, behind every corner, and every nook and cranny. What we went through before was like a bed of roses compared to this. If we don't do something, the kingdom will simply collapse. We've learned a lot about Narissa while travelling through her dreams. I think she's almost done gathering grains of dust for her damn cup. The tax has fallen, and your kingdom is the last thing standing in the way of her apology. She's done waiting. We need to do something, and fast. I think we need to head out on our most heroic campaign yet. We've talked it over, and it seems our best chance to reach Narissa through the 1,000 Voices on the western border of Patax. It's been completely overtaken by the bloom, and it seems to be the place where the first world is currently closest to ours. Lindsay again with her big bag of words. As she helpful as ever, I know what to do. Go kick that green witch bass. Bam, yep. It is time of great woe, but of great hope as well. The path of the first world is open. This is your chance to reach my fallen sister and settle your dispute over the stolen lands once and for all. Told at the gates of peaceful villages, I hear the cries of children praying for help, as though they were right here. Everyone's so serious. Let me put it simply. We need to do some housekeeping, cut some lawns, burn some fallen leaves, get rid of some vermin. End times near, my heart rejoices. It's all in our hands now. The threat may be great, but you've been fighting Narissa for a long time now. You have the best chance of stopping her once and for all. Narissa, I've been itching to tear the petals off the flower for quite a while. What do we know of 1,000 Voices and what awaits us? I've helped Narissa more move between planes and portals long enough to assume there must be doors to 1,000 Voices that lead to their own demise in the first world. Many beasts serve Narissa, and you would be hard pressed to find more dangerous ones. You have even created some semblance of one of the Thane, the eldest chain beast. You must prepare to meet all the monsters along your way, either in the 1,000 Voices or in the first world, should we make it. One thing is clear, it won't be easy, not for us or for the kingdom. I hope something left to celebrate our heroic return. Maybe. Will you travel with us? She closes her eyes and sighs softly. Yes, of course. My duty is to fight the evil that has enslaved Narissa, but I will not be travelling in the typical way with you. You are aware that creatures of the first world return to life in their homeland if they die somewhere the bloom is especially strong. Yes. I find such a place and end my life there, thus returning to the first world. I will meet you there. This way I'll be able to bypass the portal guards, learn more of Narissa's plan, and make preparations. Death is not a pleasant prospect, and it will take much of my strength, but it could give us a significant advantage. Take care. Wish me luck. Good luck, I guess. Tom made my calling knowledge of the land. Now it's their turn. The ruler's duty is to end their kingdom's affliction, and our duty is to follow. Yes, that green creep's haunted us for too long. Time to trade places. Seems we have a promising expedition to the depths of the first world ahead of us. If in the course of our research we've rendered a dozen monsters and one particularly annoying nymph to compost, all the better. Time has come to end a 1,000-year reign of evil over the stolen lands, and I as much as anyone wish to help, and hopefully help repay my debts in the process. We'll be fine. We'll return to throw a huge feast, and we'll celebrate for a whole month, and then another month, and then the next month. I will do nothing but rest. I'll finish my book, and I'll read it all across Glorian, and I don't know what then. I'll be in there. I not get to.
It was time to meet the real mistress of the stolen lands, the one who'd been pulling the strings to create and destroy kingdoms for ages now.
That looks cool. Okay. Yeah, I have to wait for the attack against all odds. Okay. Oh, what have you done? These lands were dying upon until you came. This was a dark, godless place. It's your fault that my god has turned away from this kingdom. It's your fault that it blossoms again. The people rejoice. They've forgotten what is coming for them. This makes me very sad. They were nearly prepared for the truth. Now they hide once more behind their delicious happiness. I hope that you avoid imposing your faith on others. I have not done anything. What the hell have I done? Allowing the worshipping of idols and give shelter to the weak. But look where this has led you. Dozens of smaller I didn't do anything. You decided to what you wanted the cults. More worthy of oblivion and flooding your land, seeking protection. They survive in your kingdom rather than face the inevitable. Their teachings and obsolete magical knowledge, so welcomed by your wizards, were meant to be forgotten. Oh, he's such a happy chappy, this guy. I can't stand him. I cannot stand him. Your Highness, Nerissa's army has been crushed. Even their Jabberwock was slain. I know, I was there. This victory is a major triumph for your subjects. They have a special gift. It's a pity the portal to the First World was destroyed. It wasn't destroyed, it disappeared. I wish I could go there right now and look that witch in the eye myself. Well, you will, because you're coming with me. I bet she was terrified of us that she destroyed the portal herself. Or perhaps the death of the Jabberwock caused the portal's destruction. It's unlikely we'll find out. His voice fills with resolution. It's alright, we will find another path to Nerfa's lair. We won't be able to avoid retribution forever. She will not escape justice. We repelled her attacks. It's her turn to repel ours. Oh! I agree, I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's show that villain she picked the fight she couldn't win. I'd like to congratulate you. For the first time, the Stolen Lands have emerged into the international scene as a strong country worthy of respect. It has far exceeded its history as a wild wasteland. I can hardly believe our diplomacy has achieved such positive effects. I'm thinking of establishing a string of grand embassies all across Afghanistan. You've managed to build a truly open country, letting foreigners reside in your domain, while your own subjects have no fear of travelling abroad. We are beset by those striving to become citizens, and many are willing to serve in our military to earn the privilege. Others seek to hide from prosecution, slavery, or the disdain that they face at home. We can officially invite them to come here and live under your protection. But there's a better idea I've been polishing. Why don't we establish publishing houses abroad? They could print regular reports of your subjects so they can keep up with domestic affairs. Open publishing houses. What she wants. Wonderful, the world will hear about us. Yeah, ooh. So happy. Delightful. The darkness visible behind the slits in the creature's helm is pitch black, but you still feel its gaze upon you. Unwavering probing. Ah, the little king from the sand castle. How fares your kingdom? Is there anything left for me? The creature tilts its head and breathes loudly as though sniffing. Curious. You carry with you what my lady servants have spent ages searching the Stolen Lands for. Like, how hard was it to find, you know what I mean? I'll have to report that, or better yet, I could simply wait a bit and take Briar from your corpse. Do you have a preference? You may call me the Horned Hunter. At any ruler's court, there's a place for the likes of me. You do love hunting, don't you? I suppose here in the mortal world, you hunt elk or bears as game. I hound more impressive beasts for my lady. Ancient monsters, aliens from the outer realms, and self-proclaimed king who would think to challenge us. What do you know of the Briar? I know it's no toys for mortals, and I know my mistress will be happy should I bring Briar to her. My mistress is difficult to please, so I value every chance. Is it not so difficult? Nerissa always seems to enjoy the death and destruction she causes. Ah, the traitor is here too. You were a pure servant to Cerny, and equally disappointing to me, my mistress. I will enjoy watching you let down your third master. Who is your lady? I fucking wonder who it is, eh? But she came all this way without knowing him. you could be facing. The self-confidence of mortals always amazes me. It is though you think you, not I, shall revive the first world should trouble arise. I serve my lady Nerissa, the lady of the thousand breaths, and you are on the threshold of her demise. Well, I don't think I'm going to be good. What makes you think it is I who stand in your way? I am the horned hunter, not the guard. If you're so interested in a fight, try defeating that. You hear it before you see it. A wavering rumble can be heard from all around you. The sound itself moves as though it's alive, washing over you and rolling back, boring into your ears and echoing into the depths of your consciousness.
We cannot be defeated.
Alright, jabba jibbies. Alright. So we're going to delay the attacks until you come. Do you have smite? Apparently you have studied target. And then we did pretty much do that with a one shot. Okay. I love that one. Okay.
Right here, my friend.
Stop. And head by. Apparently it can crash quite a lot, apparently. Alright. The portal before us gleamed mysteriously. It didn't look at all like the one we saw in the womb of Lamashtu. There was no doubt this was the way to the first world. We barely made it out with our skin the previous time, and without the help of a mysterious old gnome, who would await us this time? Would we ever even see the light of our own world again? Would we ever return to our cosy home and the happy smiles of our friends? Or would we find ourselves brought to ruins, reduced to bones, without wasting any time on dark thoughts such as these? The king turned and looked back one last time, almost as saying farewell to his domain, and then rushed forward without fear. We had barely crossed the threshold before an invisible magic took our sense of direction from us. Up and down, forward and back, these lost meanings as the portal we stepped through became a hole we were falling into. Each of us reached for the one they most feared to lose, or the one they most wanted to hold on to. But no matter how tightly we clung, the mysterious force tore us from each other, hiding us among clouds of magical fog that swirled around us as it carried us along, all the while leaving us utterly alone, until a light finally gleamed ahead. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Discover our companions. Oh, great. Oh. Welcome, my robins. Greeting from the house of the Edge of Time and its mistress. You are very beautiful. I know you like stories. I have thousands of them, the kind no one else in the world would tell you. But my guest, little Robin, I won't hurt you. Be my guest, be my guest, be my guest. Well, maybe just a little bit. I'd like to hear your own story, to learn firsthand and put it to paper. A book such as that would surely be the only one in the world. You would think so. He's willingly going with her. Okay. Great. Oh, there she is. So she did die. Okay. Nereid seems to be paler than usual, but her blue eyes glow with resolution. I was so afraid you might not get here, but you made it. Although getting here is just a small part of what must be done to survive and win. Nerissa knows that you are here. It was she who made you leave the portal last. She has taken your companions, and not only them, but everyone she thought was connected to you. Those she could reach. Nerissa has a peculiar sense of justice, if you call it that. You've taken so many toys from her Skylark, me, Armag, Everetti, and now she's taken your toys. This place, it's called the House at the Edge of Time. It's Nerissa's place of power, her citadel in the First World. It is frozen in time and scattered throughout time. There are rooms of eternal tomorrow, and rooms where something that happened long ago still lingers. If a random guest takes a bite from an apple and left it here 1,000 years ago, it would remain unaltered to this day. I know it's difficult to understand for a mortal. Even among us, the children of the First World, only Skyla, Psyker, and Eldest of Time can fully comprehend the mysteries. My head is spinning from all the Fade dealings. Can you explain again what's going on and what it all means? Of course. Ages ago, elders named Lantern King cursed Nerissa and her closest nymph friends. He stripped them of their immortality and turned their souls to evil. Only I managed to avoid the curse. Against all odds, part of Nerissa's soul, the part was filled with her good and light, was taken out and turned into an artifact called Briar, which now I have. The elders hid it in the Stolen Lands. Nerissa's servants tried to find it, but no avail. Only the gnome Tartuccio managed to do it. You must know more about that than I do. Well, technically, yes and no. The curse required Nerissa destroy 1,000 kingdoms. Each time a kingdom was ruined, a grain of dust fell into a magic cup called the Apology. Now there are 999 of them. The number of kingdoms fallen to ruin in the Stolen Lands. Your kingdom must be at the 1,000s. If it falls, Nerissa will be able to go back to the eldest and ask for forgiveness for her transgression. Please do not let this happen. The eldest are cruel gods in my world, and they must not triumph. I saw Lindsay talking to Nerissa in the yard. What was it? A vision? An illusion? A memory? The house showed you what happened here in the recent past. Once I visited Nerissa's dominion in a dream. As soon as I got there, a great radiance appeared. I see that too have changed. I see that you have changed. It's strange, but I feel the ghost of something very familiar, of the former Nerissa. Nymphs can bestow special powers on those who they care about, but Nerissa seemed to have lost this ability together with the love that was torn from her heart. And yet, you did. How did you do it? It's her gift, and it ties you to the First World. It's a thin thread and a feeble one, but it must allow you to be reborn here, as we are. Right, I get inside. There is a well, a magical, great, another magical well, fantastic. Just like everything here, if you allow it to get inside the house, get used to it. Here in the First World, things can have very unexpected uses. Is this going to be one of these? Oh, great. Be careful, Nerissa will know your every step inside, and she will do her best not to let you leave. Your kingdom, is the last grain of dust for the Apology. There is no way to back from her or for you. Nerissa, she is everywhere and nowhere. This is her domain. Here she may hide in any shadow and turn any shadow into a weapon. Nerissa does not prefer open confrontation. She will try to defeat you through her servants, and she won't appear until the end, I suppose. Though that there is one place that is especially important to her. It's a room in the heart of the house, of the second floor. The shrine where her cup, the Apology, is kept. If you reach this place, Nerissa will appear. She would have no choice. Before you continue, remember two things. First, the house is full of phantoms, living memories of what has happened. You can see them, but you cannot change the past. Second, the house lives not only in multiple times, but in two states. I call them, so it's going to have to use that stupid blue thing again. I've got a guide, so hopefully it should help me in my way. I call them reality and unreality. Although each is real in its own way, dangerous in its way, and each has its own secrets. One in the First World as it is. The other, the world of delicious thoughts and dreams. Yep, there we go. The sorceress mist you see here exists in both reality and irreality. It was created by Nissa to guard her dominion from invasion. If you hurl, it will hurl you between reality and irreality and all about, preventing you from reaching the heart of the house and other secret nooks. But I brought something that will help you. It's alright, I've already got one. Light it and hold it high and the mist will have no power over you. But if you need to step from reality or back, blah blah blah. Cool. You're holding Briar. It's an artifact of great power. Use it wisely. Save. Alright. Hello, I am Isile, a messenger from the tent of profiteering on others. Misfortunes from the Sin Maker. I will be happy to sell you useful potion scroll supplies. Great. At a terribly inflated price. Oh, lovely. And if you happen to see something valuable while fighting in the house at the edge of time, you can sell it to me. Profiteering on Narissa's misfortune and a delightful honour. The best market in the first world. And I'm not lying, not even a little bit. It's in Palantir, where followers of all possible and impossible religions flock. Virtue is only good when it's firmly resists temptations, and that's what Syn Maker is for. They sell everything that's considered sinful by the followers of this or that deity there. Literally everything. Terrible art to unearned second chances. Alright. What happened if nurse saves you? Let me sell it back. Alright.